you can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you.
Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
This is Night Dreams Talk Radio Network News, and I'm James Creechbaum. For all the truckers out there on the road for tonight and tomorrow, here's some weather for you. A strong low-pressure center has moved through the northeast into Ontario, circulating cold air across the Great Lakes. Now, this has led to heavy lake effect snow, with some areas seeing already over a foot of accumulations. Strong wind gusts greater than 40 miles per hour are creating significant blowing and drifting snow. The lake effect snow will continue into early Saturday, with the heaviest snowfall near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario in New York. Additional snowfall will likely be measured in feet instead of inches. If you live anywhere in the eastern part of the country, a big blast of cold air has arrived. The floodgates are open, and cold Canadian air is pouring southward. Low pressure above New York State has counterclockwise circulation, and high pressure over Texas is spinning clockwise. Both of these systems are working together to pull in the air, cold air from Canada, funneling in southward. Also, if you're on the very west coast, or northwest, I should say, Washington and Oregon, yeah, especially in eastern or western part in Puget Sound, you really want to batten down the hatches because you're already getting hit pretty hard with heavy rain, and it's going to turn into a mix in some of the areas, very slick roads, so be careful out there. Sherman Pass webcam Bigfoot mystery has been solved. The Washington State Department of Transportation has revealed what the alleged Bigfoot actually was. Skeptics, meanwhile, argued that the figure, which is barely visible on the left-hand side of an image, could simply be a person walking along, a chance formation or shadow, or a straight-up hoax. Now, over a month after the original posting, the department has come forward with a new tweet declaring that the Bigfoot was, in fact, a wooden cutout that someone had placed on the tree. We'd planned to reveal what was in front of the Sherman Pass cam during a recent visit, the tweet reads. However, when crews arrived, it was gone. Rumor has it someone placed the 3/4-inch wood cutout of a Bigfoot on the tree. However, if you look now, the cutout is now gone. Exactly who was responsible for placing the cutout in a view of a webcam, however, remains unclear. Here is a couple Bigfoot sightings recently. Nieces running and screaming, saying something was after them and had been throwing rocks at them. The creature was 8 foot tall, about 500 pounds. Graying hair, like you get as you get older, with patches of dark brown. The creature was very muscular with knee-length arms. The witness, a 15-year Marine veteran, stated that he had seen a lot of things, but not once did he think of grabbing a gun and going to look for tracks. He knew what he saw. 2 nights later, his brother, who is a pastor, saw the same creature cross between his truck and a car in front of him and his headlights. 2 nights after that, the witness and his 27-year-old son were leaning against the tailgate of the pickup as they looked across the yard. The son said, "There's a little one on the edge of the woods." As they watched, the little one stood up to be an 8-foot adult that was seen 4 nights before. Shortly after that, a few days later, The nieces came running in screaming, saying something was after them and had been throwing rocks at them. The witness and his brother grabbed 2 rifles, a 30-06 and an AR-15. The witnesses started inside only to hear his brother, a pastor of many years, exclaim foul language, and the brother stated that when he moved to go in, the creature also moved from behind the tree it had been watching from. The brother was wide-eyed with disbelief. The witness has had 6-inch diameter trees torn apart, rocks, dirt, and other objects thrown in their direction. Just in the past week, rocks were thrown. He reports that the creature has never tried to hit them, or has he really poor aim. There's another sighting that came in, and this one's from a paranormal investigator as he watched adult Bigfoot picked up a baby Bigfoot. One morning, after a night of investigating, they walked to the edge of a cemetery toward a rock outcropping. They were shocked to see 2 large dark brown Bigfoots. The larger one, approximately 7 feet tall, stood staring at them for about 2 minutes. When they attempted to get closer, the Bigfoot turned to walk away, but not before the smaller adult reached down and grabbed the baby. The baby had been sitting in the tall grass. The witness describes the baby as about the size of a human 3-year-old. When it grabbed the baby, it lifted it up and sat it on his shoulder. They rapidly walked into the woods with their arms swinging in a fluid motion, but did not seem alarmed. Once the witness had seen the Bigfoots, they returned many times hoping for another chance encounter. They have heard howls and screams breaking branches and found tracks of different sizes. They have had many return whoops. They have also found stick structures that were large. Now, the witness described the Bigfoots in better detail as this. The 3 were dark brown, not black. A large adult had a pug nose and human-like features. The head shape was more pointed than round. Arms seemed to be down to their knees. More humans than thought survived volcanic super eruptions 74,000 years ago, scientists have found. The super eruption 74,000 years ago on the island of Sumatra, Indonesia, was 5,000 times bigger than the Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980 that killed 57 people and was the most destructive in U.S. history. Now, there had been a theory that the eruption of Toba in Indonesia was followed by a volcanic winter of up to 10 years, leading to 1,000-year cooling of the Earth, with the near extinction of our own species. But archaeologists have found man-made tools dating from before and after the super eruption, suggesting it was not as bad as first believed. Now, Toba's eruption was believed to have decimated Asian populations of mammals and hominids, members of the human family tree more closely related to one another than to apes. Of those, only Homo sapiens, to which everyone on Earth belongs, remains today. Melting ice in Antarctica reveals new uncharted island. Researchers are calling it Sif Island, after a Norse goddess of the Earth. Pointing toward the South America like an icy finger, the Antarctic Peninsula is one of the fastest warming regions on Earth. The peninsula's 2 major glaciers are retreating toward the mainland faster than new ice can form, chipping away at the continent's coast a little more each year. This week, all that melting ice left behind a surprise that could change maps of the region permanently. An uncharted island long buried in the ice, but finally visible above sea level for the first time. Scientists scour Tunguska for cosmic matter. Efforts are underway to prove once and for all that the 1908 Tunguska explosion was caused by a meteor. Fortunately, the disaster happened in a sparsely populated region, and aside from one deer herder who was allegedly killed by the force of the blast, there were no other reported casualties. Exactly what was responsible for the explosion, however, has long remained a topic of heated debate. with some shunning the conventional meteor theory in favor of other explanations such as volcanic eruption, a comet impact, or even an extraterrestrial intervention. Now, in a renewed bid to solve the mystery, Russian scientists are combing Siberia's remote Lake Sibernoia in search of a cosmic matter that would help to prove that the meteor was involved. Now, the next step will be to analyze the material for signs of microparticles related to the explosion. The meteorite is not here as a physical body, but the traces of the extremely powerful explosion are, which is what is currently studied by researchers. Here is a report of a sighting of a UFO recently, and it was a snake-like UFO that comes back to Florida. The cigar-shaped UFO, which is similar to several runs seen across the U.S. in 2019, has been observed over Florida, and a clip of it has been taken, and it was from a hotel in the city of Kissimmee on February 10th. It shows a bright white object flying into the clouds, having resemblance to another UFO spotted back in October of 2019. It seems to flash at one point and then disappear moments later. The video was shared by many people across the internet. Now, viewers offer a variety of suggestions in the comment section. Some believe the extraterrestrial theory, saying the UFO was a gray spaceship. Others thought it could be a rocket launch, but experts dismissed it as there should have been cloud plumes nearby. Another touted explanation was that it could be a mylar weather balloon, and the flashing could be the sun reflecting off the material structure. Similar UFOs were reported across 8 states in the U.S. in 2019, with a range of explanations from military craft to space alien technology. Satellites, AI, and UFOs hypergiant might revolutionize the search. A private company is working to bring advanced technology to the study of UFOs. Now, Ben Lom, who runs Hypergiant, sees a need and says safety is a primary reason we need to know more about what people are seeing and whether it presents any danger. And he's got his hands all over capabilities to aim satellites and artificial intelligence at the problems. This company will point satellites at Earth and use them to look for UFOs. The AI's capabilities would allow sensors to learn what's a normal aircraft and pay close attention to the things that don't fall into its category of easy identifiable objects. The possibility of generating loads of data on this phenomenon is starting to catch attention. Will Hypergiant be a big player in ufology, or will the tech run afoul of military secrecy? FBI agent relates encounters, memory lapses, and strange meeting. A retired FBI agent who asked for anonymity tells a disturbing story about an odd encounter, UFO sightings, a string of lost memories, and a gathering of people with similar experiences. These distinct incidents involve waking to discover what appeared to be a person standing next to his bed but seemingly vanished after it left the room. A social get-together in which a strange light was seen